Part 2. Okay, so this is Cam and Dan.
It is indeed.
And we are playing Warp Room 2.
Why must you continue to be a thorn in our side?
Who? What? Where was I? Oh, Tiny was a good fellow. He hated everyone and everything, but a good heart nonetheless.
Some of the dialogue is like deliberately sort of slowed down. Like Cortex said it a little bit faster. I mean, it doesn't matter either way, as long as the dialogue is exact. But yeah,
It doesn't need to be exact. Couldn't mix it up a bit.
There we go. So yeah, what I was trying to do here was basically get the trophy for warts and all, but you actually end up getting that by letting one of the wizards just zap you. That's what I found
Fail.
out. There we go. Oh, yeah, I've knocked him out now, but later I'll get it. So yeah, so this is the same as sort of before, but of course
Different.
it's different bath, yeah, different bath.
Different bath.
different path in terms of like more obstacles and the setting. It's more evening time or morning. What would you say this is?
What would I say this is? I would say it's either early morning or getting close to evening.
It looks a bit like morning, but then at the same time I feel like it's ideally more evening.
I don't know, when do you have a bath?
Right here actually in this fine ass water. This kind of looks more like mud, to be honest, when it does water. Unless
Actually,
you
we have a bath at evening, so
until you
I
get
guess
it, honestly.
It's evening, it's proven.
There we go.
Game theory.
What's and all? Game theory, is this mud or water?
Game theory, is it evening or morning?
Oh yeah, people have actually, you know when you were saying the other day, or not the other day, yeah, the other day in terms of the Crash Bandicoot playthrough, about Crash Bandicoot being Dark Souls, well, people have been making box art of Crash Bandicoot actually being Dark Souls.
Oh yeah, I'm just hoping for
Like the difficulty of it and everything.
It was the original Dark Souls.
Decoration and stuff like that. Like
This was Dark Souls before Souls were dark.
before Souls were done. Yeah, I was like looking through Twitter and like, there was like a bunch of them and I was like, oh, okay.
Who do you think made them?
Oh, there was like so many, yeah, you made them all. There's so many different versions. Here we go. Get all the Wumpa fruit.
I mean apples.
No, Daniel, you triggered so many Crash fans. It's worse as well when people claim they're big fans and they end up calling them apples. It's kind of like, caught you out. Well, to be fair, I thought when I was young, I thought they were.
You thought when you were younger?
I thought they were apples because
They are.
they never said the word Wumpa.
Well, they are apples.
At least from what I can remember, there was no like sort of description for them. And then obviously years later, like, oh, they're Wumpa. They actually have a name for them.
Well, that's apples.
I don't know, they look tasty. You'd have some, wouldn't you?
Yeah, they look like apples. Well, like them. Like this thing, damn it.
Pizza Hut have done this promotion where...
Is this relevant?
no, it is relevant because it's Crash Bandicoot. When
Wait,
Crash...
a pizza.
No, I mean, yeah, no, exactly.
Apples on it.
Pizza Hut have done this sort of funny promotion with Aku Aku Mask as a part of the pizza box. They sort of made a thing.
So you're telling me they put apples on pizza?
No, there's no apples, it's Wumpa. But they did say the slogan of get ready to wump on your pizza or something. I can't remember what
Get ready to wump on your pizza.
It was promotion. I'll try and find out on Instagram now, but
That is a terrible thing. If they've actually said get ready to wump on your pizza.
no, I can't remember. Pizza Hut. There is it.
There it is. Pizza Hut, get ready to wump on your pizza.
I know, I saw a promotion for it somewhere. I don't know, I think it was Pizza Hut or it was Domino's.
What was it both?
I think it was Domino's actually.
Get ready to wump on your pizza.
Domino's Pizza. Where is
Get ready
it?
to wump on this loading screen.
I can't find it anywhere, but it came up because I was looking for it on Instagram and there was oh, there it is, I saw it. There it is. UK,
Wumpa some pizza.
yeah, Wumpa some pizza.
The fuck was that?
I don't know, but
That's not even clever. What does it even mean?
but I thought that was kind of cool about, you know, the entire sort of world is celebrating Crash.
I mean, what they could have done is get the pizza. Instead of a circle, and they could have like put it into a diamond shape again.
Oh yeah, Crash's face as well. Yeah, that'd actually be really neat. I saw. Oh, I don't think I showed you this. But this girl who makes cakes, all kinds of different things. She's an artistic cake. She made one of Crash Bandicoot.
You say she's an artistic cake?
No, she makes artistic cake that have characters and everything. She made a character. She made a cake of Crash. Let me see if I can find that. Actually.
She made a Crasher cake. She made a Crash cake.
Crash Bandicoot cake.
Cake. Cake. Crash Bandicoot channel.
No, that's right. Oh, I'm trying to find some. She only did it recently in terms of Crash's return and everything. It's
Return to the dark
It's
side.
the face of Crash from this game, the main cover for it. Oh, there it is.
It's pretty damn good.
Yeah, I was noticing that. That's. I mean, I don't know if I should either frame it or like eat
Or
it.
frame a cake.
Yeah, frame a cake. It's just as that.
I think that might be mouldy after a while.
Well, unless if you. Yeah, that's true.
Well, maybe.
Keep it at a good temperature. I don't know.
The temperature, well. Just keep your room like fucking below 0.
Yeah.
Like, why is it so cold in here?
Just have it hanging
Cake.
somewhere. I mean, it's worth it, but
No, it isn't.
no, it isn't.
Just keep it in like a sealed chamber. Keep it below 0.
Anyway, I forgot which level are we on. I got distracted. Okay, here we go.
Oh.
I like that design of Cortex. I mean, it's the same thingy, except the more modern version of Cortex, his head is like a little bit more bigger in terms of like how he's animated. That's what I noticed. Ooh, knock him out. So you notice on the walls, there's like faces of like the characters and everything.
My face is on there somewhere.
That's all part of the time. Yeah, it was DINGODILE just then. They've like basically it's about them altering time. Like in the Egyptian stages, Cortex has always been in power.
Where's the apples?
Yeah, don't worry, I get them later. No Wumpa fruit. Then. God. Anyway, here we go. Jump.
Well, maybe there's a reason they're not called apples. Maybe there's a reason.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to think of a game theory. Hold on.
I don't know. I mean, I can understand why they look like them, but at the same time, it's like because it's apples have always like. I mean, you know, you got green apples, you got red apples, and this is like sort of a mix. And I guess people just come to that conclusion that it's just a general.
Yeah, but they're still apples.
Yeah.
No matter what colour they are.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've got apples. Yeah,
You got apples here.
I got
Breaking
some red
news.
ones. And they look nothing. I mean, what should give them away as well is just the green stuff on top. Because with apples, you don't get that.
What's that then?
What? No, I mean, you get the stem of it, but you don't actually get leaves coming out of them. At least from. I've never had an apple with ripe leaves on top of it.
So eating leaves, you weirdo.
Just squish that. Here we go. Yes, I don't think he'll be getting any Akaraku invincibility anytime soon until like the warp room. And that's just because it gives you 3 as an option. Well, I know, it gives you 3 to break. There we go. Maybe I unlock it once, but I can't remember where. Yeah, we're almost close to it now, really, but I don't think I actually. There's another one there. Ding, ding, ding. This music, I like this. This is pretty much the same as it was.
Nailed it.
I don't get it anyway, yeah, because
I'm definitely not gonna get it now.
do, 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 do. What do you think about the lineup of Crash Bandicoot buttons?
The lineup.
Because I've always thought the designs and the look of them, it's like a real good, solid team pack of villains just put together.
I do like. I just don't like the way they were introduced.
Yeah.
Like they weren't really given any build up. They were just sort of.
I mean,
thrown at you.
DINGODILE came out of nowhere in this one. Entropy is just new because of how he
I
is.
mean, like in the first Crash when you fight Ripper, it's like. Was there any warning that you were doing this, or was it just sort of thrown at you?
I did. I mean, Embryo must have asked him to help him again or something like that. Just because obviously, why would Cortex hire all these villains? I mean, he did have Engine, but yeah, I died. But Engine was like, okay, give me the crystals, Crash, and then Crash didn't get them. I think the same goes for Tiny as well.
find the temple.
I think Tiny was originally one of Cortex's minions. So I guess I know it must only be Rookaroo that must have been under Embryo's control, because Komodo Bros, I think they were with Cortex, because I think Cortex started to get really mad with you around the 3rd walk room or something. Oh no, he got really mad with you when you didn't give him to Engine. I know that's the thing that we sort of like. That's why I was hoping that this would do, sort of clear up some more context.
Clear up the plot. I mean, if it won't do it, then I will.
Because in a sense, that's what these games are mostly praised on, is just the gameplay, not actually. I mean, I think the story is, you know, the enriching characters and everything. And yeah, this is why I kind of hope that Crash would have its own TV show, because 15 minutes an episode based on one particular villain of what Crash is going up against, that'd be amazing. I'd love to work on that show.
Mate, Dingodile's the name, and Uka and Cortex gave me orders to bring the crystal to them during the Ice Ages. So give me the goods and shove off, or I'll roast yous.
It's like he's talking from the side of his head. Uka and Dr. Cortex. Like he's not looking at you straight, he's like looking to the left and the right. I definitely died a few times in this.
Definitely.
Yeah. It's another one of
I'll
those.
see very well at night.
I mean, I like the setting of it. I mean, it's still clear as day, even though it's set at night.
Night time.
No, yeah.
You failed me.
She just dropped down. She just gives a nice little. But what happens to our laptop?
Shows that brass balls it. Like Crash does the old crystals.
What's probably more disturbing about that is how quick she can do it.
Trainer. Done it before, she knows what she's doing.
Yeah, as you notice, I've got 29 lives. It's like, it isn't really that easy to get 99 lives in this game. Oh.
Especially if you waste them like that.
Yeah, like that, yeah. There we go. I love the soundtrack for Crash game. I don't know, it's just the music's really capturing of the setting you're in. I guess it's always been hard for me to describe music in terms of what makes it thingy and everything.
I want something a bit more oriental.
Because my favourite type of soundtrack music is like orchestra sort of stuff. Like you look at films such as Man of Steel and stuff like that, and you've got Tomb Raider music and like that. With Crash, is sort of the music I always just loved, like the change of its pace. Same with Jack and Dexter with The Curse of Legacy. That music as well, like.
None of that for me.
What?
I like the music that made it easy.
Oh yeah, that too, yeah. Like that had orchestra in it, especially with the Resurrection title, the remake of it. That's what I'm hoping. I mean, I don't think. At least I got it. I don't think we need a Medieval remake because that's already happened on the PSP, which is unfortunate because the same goes to sort of, I mean, I guess you can still play them today, obviously. But something like Crash, which is on the PS4, which is going to be used by a lot of people for a long time. But PSP for Medieval, who's going to play on a PSP nowadays in this time?
Well, you apparently.
And same with PS2 with Tomb Raider Anniversary. Granted, they have the PS3 remake.
PS2's broke.
Yours.
Yeah. It's a shame. I love that.
Yeah, it's kind of like. I mean, we can't live in a age where it's constantly remakes, but still, it's like. You know.
This is one of them.
Yeah, this is like something like it's come at sort of good timing, I want to say, because you can have this ported to PS5 probably. You know, I have more of a belief feeling that PS4 games are more likely to be played on PS5 than actually PS3 games were with PS4, because I guess I can only see PS5 and PS4 at the same sort of modern rate, just a little bit more enhanced. I mean, at this day and age anyway, because you never know what the different prices with. But each console we get onto is. Get thingy. But which one did I not do? Okay, okay, hang on. So I don't know. I mean, the next remaster I see is sort of Spyro, and Medieval. I don't know. I don't think they're going to bring Medieval back for a long time. I mean, there's been talks about it before, but never anything set in stone. Just because. Unlike Crash, you can bring him back in this day and age, but for Medieval games like that, you think even Spyro is kind of a stretch. just because of the state he's in at the minute. But I think people would easily jump on the camp to want to play Spiral. But Tomb Raider as well, she's doing her own thing. So no way they're going to like do any classic Lara or anything like that. Like classic Lara is practically dead at this point. 2018 we're getting the Lara Croft movie, which is based on the reboot. Have you seen a few images of that?
I have not.
Yeah, it looks exactly like how she looked in the first game of the reboot. The whole survival aspect, that's what it's taking it on. So, that's Lara Croft for you. At least she's doing something. But for Crash, here he is now. But what's going to come of him in 2 or 5 years' time?
Crash movie, obviously.
I would love to make a Crash TV series. I've had sort of the, because I just know these characters in the lore so much, and it's like I love it how I'm like better at creating the story for it than actually I'm sort of sometimes at the games. So it's just the characters that will always appeal to me.
Michael Bay's already beat on that one. Who's making the film?
Oh yeah, he's no longer doing Transformers. He's like, right, I'm going to jump straight to Crash. But I don't know. That's the thing as well. I have to be in full control though of Crash Code when it comes to doing a TV show of it. Like I just wouldn't like anyone like sort of telling me, oh no, we've got to make him like in this cartoonish style. It's like, no. You're forgetting the appeal of Crash in the first place. He had the animation like style, but he never felt cartoony. He felt pretty. Yeah, he felt like an adult to say it was sort of aimed at kids originally, but obviously adults cracked onto Crash, and they still do today. So you know they did something there. I guess the same could go for Jak and Daxter as well.
That much shorter.
Like something like Jak and Daxter doesn't need to be remastered, in the sense of like Crash has been remastered.
Definitely the second one does. You love that.
The trilogy of Jak is something you can still play on today. That's why it's coming to PS4. That's why they've done that. But something like Crash, because it was in the PS1 era, it requires sort of these graphical enhancements just for everyone's sake. Because most of the PS2 games feel pretty modern today. Like there's such great games like Metal Gear Solid 3. You can still play that, like say on PS4. I wonder if that would just become of what, you know, if that would just become of Metal Gear. It's just got remakes and put them onto PS4. Konami just port them like that. I do not intend on platinum in those games again.
Oh,
but I would pretty much know how to do them pretty well actually, to be honest. I mean, the last one I platinumed was the second Metal Gear Solid. I platinumed the third game like years ago now. There we go, so we've got this and now we're versing Dingodile. Now one thing I noticed about this Dingodile boss fight, everyone, is that you can't jump over the spikes before.
Right. Now you've gone and done it. Them crystals are mine.
Yep. Yeah, so people were complaining about this actually when it was first revealed, that it was way too short.
Oh no. It's too short, Cameron.
There we go, that. Now, as you can see me trying to do it here, you can't do it for some reason. I don't know why. But you didn't even need the double jump to do it. No man either way, I guess they just didn't want the fight to be over and done with so quickly, but I was kind of like, oh, are we going to add that in? Nah, we're not. And he's down.
I don't know where them crystals are coming from.
You just sort of jump out of the sky. Jump out the sky, they just land in the sky.
Well, if so, he's got some really, really strange powers. He doesn't even need this, does he? He doesn't even need a flamethrower. I mean, if he controls crystals like that.
He just has them firing them.
Look at that.
I mean,
He summons them.
It's the most easy boss fight.
He summons them from the sky. Another deep in music.
I like the design of Dingodile mostly from the Insanity era, which kind of looks just like it, but a few changes obviously. Yay!
Penta's revenge.
Yeah, that's the penguin there. Because you get to play as Penta and Kirsty Mason. Right, so there we have it guys, hope you've enjoyed. Until next time, goodbye.
Goodbye.